Don't take the same words, but almost. And don't use synonyms too much. Because if you have too many synonyms, you lose the reader. You don't understand what's going on in the end. So if you use the prototype in the title, you use it later on. If you use disabled people in the title, use it later on. So don't harmonize those things or change it or use other words. But reuse them in title, in question, in purpose, and in goal. So the purpose in this case would be present the development of a prototype that could be used for disabled people. And the goal is to help or be an aid for disabled people in a way so they can actually get this help. I don't know what it would be, but it depends on the goal, of course. What is the project about? And in the conclusion, you need to say, this thesis presents the development of a prototype to help the disabled people. So harmonizing must be in all these parts. I give you 2 minutes to think about what you are going to do yourself. You can write 2 buzzwords in the title, then you use it in the question, in the purpose, and in the goal. And I give you just a couple of minutes to do that. Just start to think. What's in the title? How do you provide a question that uses the very same terms in your title? How do you come up with a purpose so you know the answer is what you present? A model, a guidelines, methods, prototype, or what it is. And then think about the goal of your project. I give you just a couple of minutes to think through that. Okay, do you have any question to me? Is there anything you want to ask about title, question? Yes?
How much longer should be the title? How much longer should be the title?
Okay, the title must be short. Say everything you want to say so it covers the whole thesis without using too many words. And if you want to explain something like a study, then you have one heading that says what it is and a smaller subtitle saying a study and what it is. So you can divide it. But don't use a very, very, very long title, because you need to explain what it is without saying too much. So as concrete as you can. More questions? I hope I give you an idea of what you need to do, okay? And that you need to think this through before going too much further into your thesis, because these are the most important part. If you just harmonize these, everything will solve by itself. Okay? I also got a question, or we talked about what you do with material that you can't really write about. And I got a question about appendix and if that's official or not. And unfortunately, I don't know. That's something that we need to check to make sure that nothing that you reveal will actually be revealed to everybody else. Because even though DIVA does not, when we put your material in DIVA, the appendix will not be there. However, I'm not sure if somebody asks for your thesis, for your material, I don't think we can just send part of it. So that's something we need to check. So if you are in that trouble, just let me know so we can sort this out. Because there are many that have asked the same question, so you're not the only one here. So if you ever have that problem, please let me know. Okay? Okay. In the material, in the lecture, I will put some cases that you can use later on when you look and think about your own thesis, so you will get it right. So what I would like to say a couple of more minutes is that we're still in the introduction part. We haven't left that yet. So it's a lot of things going on there. And one of the things is methods. And you have all taken the method course, so you know about the different methods and what you should use. But when you talk about methods, you talk about the quantitative and qualitative methods. So you first write about the both, the theory about the both. You choose one of the methods, and then you apply it in words, what you're going to use and how you're going to use it. So the quantitative and the qualitative is one absolutely you need to use. The philosophical assumption, I usually say you can do that if you like. You don't have to. But if you want to say your standpoint, you can do that. It's okay. The material we talk about here is the literature study, how you carried out the literature study should also be mentioned. What kind of buzzwords did you use and what databases did you use? And that is good because if somebody reads your thesis and they say, okay, why didn't you check this database, or have you checked this database and not found it? There are two different questions, but if you in your method part say that you have looked at these databases where this database will not be a part of it because the person who asked for it cannot find it anywhere. That means that you haven't studied, and that's not wrong, but the question is, did you not find it because you didn't do a well enough search, or did you not find it because you can't reach it? I mean, there are different problems that you can run into. But if you say what you did, that is often good enough, showing that you actually, with a lot of effort, tried. And that's especially important when you are doing something innovative, something new. Because if you say that, if you miss that part and you haven't said that you have tried to find literature, then people may wonder, okay, didn't you even try? So write a little bit about the literature review you did. And also, of course, when it comes to the work, we have two different things. The thesis might be one part and the work might be another part. So think about that it could be two different things, because they want something from you, but your thesis might be a little bit extended in a way so it becomes more scientific. So there you may have two parts. Another part that is important is inductive, deductive, and abductive. The research approaches. And you have read about these, I know that. And qualitative and inductive are always together. And quantitative and deductive are always together, because it's a way of solving your problem. And I put a small picture for inductive and deductive. Unfortunately, abductive is not in the picture. But this is just a reminder for you who forgot what it was about. In the method part, you should write a theory about all three. Choose one of them and argue why you've chosen it and how you apply it. Always the same. Argument why you used it and how you